You know I got the receipts, girl. You know I got the receipts. Welcome back to the Sweet Pea Diaries. It's your girl Sweet Pea, and I am back with another video. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back to my channel. And if you are a new subscriber, welcome to the Sweet Pea Diaries. Be sure to I forgot. I'm sorry. Wait, welcome to the Sweet Pea Diaries. It's your girl Sweet Pea, and I'm back with another video. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back to my channel. And if you are a new subscriber, welcome to the Sweet Pea Diaries. Be sure to like this video, share this video, but most importantly, be sure to subscribe to the channel. I am so sorry. I got distracted. I was looking at something, and I was like, now, why would they be doing that? And I got distracted. Hey, Tough Love. I am so sorry, y'all. But yeah, we had a really good time last night. You guys showed up and showed out for your girl, so I appreciate that. Welcome to all the new subscribers. The conversation, that was my take on things, and I stand on it. Hey, Saki, I stand on what I said. Monique is blackballed, you guys. Y'all might as well just hang it up. She's not going to cross over, be mainstream. She's not going to be a Dave Chappelle. She's not going to be a Chris Rock. She's not going to get no glorified special. Monique is canceled, okay? When that happens to you, when you're canceled, when you're blackballed in the industry, there's no coming back from that, okay? Hey, Vanderveer. Hey, Tammy. There is no coming back from that. And the sad part is, Black people, we don't want to hold our people accountable. It's like, people that are near and dear to us. I get it. Monique is one of those. She's near and dear to the culture. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But you need to hold her accountable. She's, her actions just were just appalling. You just don't behave. And one thing I want people to understand, it's one thing to be yourself, and it's one thing, Monique told them, she put them in, but you can't have your cake and eat it too. You cannot want to be in an industry that you condemn. Like, you just can't. You can't have it both ways. You either want to be in this industry, you either want to be in the limelight, you either want what these people have to give, or you don't. Get out their face and go on and do your thing. But you can't have it both ways. And it's just sad that our people think that holding people accountable, you can't do that because you like them. No, when you like somebody, that's what you do. You tell them the truth. You pull their coat. You be like, listen, I love you and everything, but this is not the way to go, right? I mean, that's just not appropriate. You can't be up there. First of all, we broke down those receipts last night, okay? If you missed the show, go and watch it. I don't understand why this was so hard for people to understand. I just don't. Those contracts that we saw, that paperwork that we saw from DL and Monique, that was not from the promoters. That was their agreements between them and their talent agencies. What they were, binded to do for them. And those people are the ones that work the deal with the promoters. So Monique's gripe was with those people. If they told you that you were the headliner and that's not what it really was given, then those are the people that you need to be dealing with, not DL. DL ain't have nothing to do with that. And so to get up there I love Monique too. We all love Monique, but just because we love somebody still doesn't excuse their behavior, doesn't excuse their actions. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love Monique. She's hilarious, and I love what she represents, and I love what she brings to the culture. But at the end of the day, going off on DL, that's not who your gripe was with, ma'am. Your gripe was with those people that formulated that contract. Those were the people that you have an issue with. You don't got an issue with DL. But see, like I said, Monique is blackballed, and she was not. They was like, listen, you're not getting back in. I don't care 50. I don't care 60. I don't care 70. I don't care who's trying to vouch for you. You ain't getting back in the door. We said no. So, to be honest, if they put DL in a position to where as though he's going to set this thing up, to put this ball in motion, to where as though we know how to get her. She gonna go out there and she gonna show out. And you did just what they wanted you to do. You did just what they wanted you to do, right? You don't go up there and go off and call the insinuate that. And that's what why do we always do that? Black women, why we always gotta shoot for our brother's manhood? This man got a woman, a wife, a family. Why you gotta shoot for his manhood and be calling him gay? Like, come on. That don't got nothing to do with nothing. Nothing to do with nothing. Then the crowd sitting there rooting her on. The people that are for that type of shit, they sitting there rooting her on. So now that's fueling her. Now she's just going. Okay, I got him going. So now I'm really going in. DL, you taking it up the behind. Like, that's just too much. That don't got nothing to do with your contract. Again, ma'am, nothing. Nothing. Why we got to go for the brother manhood? He got a wife. He got a family. Why we got to do all that? That's too much. And then I got to hear the narrative. Well, she's a black woman. Okay. And so what if she's a black woman? She's wrong. She's wrong. Hey, Patricia. She's wrong. So this is what I'm trying to say, you guys. She was reacting to what DL was saying behind the scenes. Okay, but you don't do that on a stage. You have to remain professional. You can't go off and then, okay, I'm asking for a second chance. I'm getting my second chance. You just said it was 20 years that you have not played the Fox. You haven't played the Fox in 20 years. Why? Why you ain't playing the Fox? We have Instagram comedians that are playing the Fox, like I said last night. Okay, we got Jess Hilarious. We got B. Simone. We got Desi Banks playing the Fox. Why you ain't been back there in 20 years and you are an Oscar award winner? Ma'am, you are a legend in the comedian industry. Why you ain't been at the Fox in 20 years? That says a lot. Like I told y'all last night, people sit high. People sit in high places. So when you know you are back at the door, you know you are standing at the door and you knocking to get back in, this was the last thing you needed. I'm sorry. Whether or not that's how you felt or not, people have to learn how to start, handling themselves accordingly, controlling their emotions, controlling themselves. You have to learn how to just say, you know what? I'm going to handle this the right way. Going off and telling people off is not always the thing to do. And that's what I want people to hold her accountable. She was wrong. Okay, we don't always got to behave in that way. That's what we're, black woman, typical black woman. She can ready to go off and cuss somebody out. Like, come on. Come on. Okay, so you knew that you standing at that door, right? You know what your past is with these people. You know what has been going on with them. So you, like I said last night, you should be watching everything. You should be on the lookout for what it is they might trying to set you up and do, right? So if you, thank you. So if you see the fuck shit getting ready to go on, you like, you know what? I see what they doing. Okay, yeah, I got you. Let me go out here and perform, and then I'm gonna see you in court. That's how you handle that. You don't go up there and go off, and then Now all of this it's all blowed up and it's all blowed out of proportion. And now, you know, you done called DL out his name and you done embarrassed him and his family. And then the part that I don't like is that you sit there and stand in it. You know you wrong. You know you are wrong. You know you wrong. Now, what if that was the other way around? What if that was the other way around? Okay. And I want people to listen closely. What if that was DL and he had a problem with his contract and he didn't like that Monique was going to be the head? What if this was the other way around? And then he went up there and called her all kinds of bees and she takes it up the behind by other men and she's a whore and all. What if he did that? What if he did that? People would be up in arms because it's a man talking to a woman like that, right? Y'all would be livid. Y'all would be furious. But because it's a woman, oh, that's just Monique. That's Monique. She real. She a real one. That's not real. When you got millions of dollars at stake, you got contracts at stake, you got a career at stake, and you a real one because you was able to get up there and cuss somebody out and embarrass somebody. Anybody could do that. It take a real one to be able to, okay, keep their composure and let me handle this appropriately. Okay? Let me handle this appropriately. But see, we cheer this, we cheer this type of behavior on, and we call it being real. That's being dumb. That's not being real. That's being dumb. That doesn't mean that we don't love each other. We don't love Black women because we want to hold them accountable when they make a mistake. When somebody makes a mistake, you call them to the carpet. But she done canceled her. I mean, if there was any even a chance that she was getting back in that door, she done ruined it now. Nobody's going to want to deal with that. And unfortunately, whether you guys want to admit it or not, the people that she needs opportunities from, it's those people that I showed you pictures of last night. Okay? It's those type of people. It's those communities. All right? It's the communities that say, oh my gosh, that's how, oh my gosh, look at that behavior. It's not the community that says, oh, that's a real one. She just a real one. That's how we talk. No, unfortunately, those aren't the people that's going to give you the contracts, going to give you that big money. So yet again, you were standing at the door and you were knocking on an opportunity. And now we're back at the conversation of Monique is a hothead. Monique is out of control. We love Monique. Yeah, we do. We love Monique. My sweet babies, all that. Everybody is enthralled by that. Everybody loves it. Okay? Everybody loves that. But unfortunately, there's a time and a place for everything. And her husband, he's supposed to be her manager. You don't cheer nothing like that on. You're standing in the back. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's how we do. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that's not how we do. Daddy, your daddy should have been like, oh, Monique, no, 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 ma'am. We're going to handle this. Daddy should have had them contracts together. See, it seemed like Daddy was distracted and Daddy was too busy doing whatever he doing to where as though whatever contract was put together, it could have been he wasn't paying attention. Daddy ain't had that business right. Daddy should have been back there negotiating and making sure things got taken care of. Why is Monique the talent? Why is she involved in these conversations after the fact? Daddy should have had that all taken care of. So my whole thing is we need to hold Monique accountable. We love Monique. Monique is a Black woman. Yeah, we love her. She means a lot to our culture. But Monique is wrong. And unfortunately, Monique is going to have to deal with her actions and repercussions that come with it. And the industry is just not going to be accepting of her because of her behavior. And when they say you canceled, when Oprah and Tyler, they done blackballed you. They blackballed you. They mean that. You ain't coming back from that. They said you thought you was going to come. They said, okay, let's show you. Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all. We're going to put this shit in motion. We're going to show y'all why Monique does not deserve an opportunity. So let's just hypothetical, let's put all this in motion. Let's put all this together. Let's switch this up at the last minute and see how she acts and how she responds. Okay? Let's see how she responds. And what she do, go out there on stage and cuss DL out, and he ain't got nothing to do with it. And I just said, mind you, the paperwork that we seen, again, that none of us should even have seen. Like, this is another thing that people don't. You throwing up contracts. You're throwing up paperwork. I don't care if you did black out things. But you guys are now, you force people to put up paperwork that are between these companies. They don't want their business out there. Oh, wow. They throwing up our paperwork. They throwing up on social media and Instagram our contracts. Like, come on. And then the paperwork that we saw, again, go do your research. That is not between the promotion company and Monique and DL. They are the contracts between them and their talent agency. They're the people that book this for them, the people that work with them. That's what those contracts are from. Those contracts state what you are going to be doing for them. You are going to be the talent at a venue called Fox with the promoters of 313. The contract with 313 and the terms with 313 is what we need to be talking. That's what we need to see. The paperwork that we see is between her and her talent agency. The talent, the purchaser. That's why it says on the paperwork, the purchaser. They purchased Monique. They signed and did and worked the contract between her and them promoters. Monique was nowhere involved in that negotiation. They were negotiating that. So your gripe is with them. If they told you that you were supposed to be the headliner, then you have a problem with them, because honestly, that must have not been what it was. Then UTA, which is DL's people, told him that he's supposed to be the headliner. So y'all gripes is with those people. Okay? And that's another thing. We just take stuff for face value. We see legal paperwork and we think that, oh, that's a contract. Okay, yeah. Who is that contract with? Who is that contract between? That's what, okay. It's a contract. Okay, whoop-de-doo. But when you have agreements with a talent agency and you're a talent for them, you have a contract with them too. Everybody has a contract. Everybody got paperwork. You have to be in agreement to do things. Okay, you're in agreement to be a talent for us. Now we got you this venue. We need you to do this here. But that's the paperwork that we saw. That's the agreement. So if there is no other agreement, if they say, well, that is the agreement, Sweet Pea, the agreement, they formulated the agreement for her. Okay, well, those are the people that your issue is with. Again, it's not with DL. DL didn't. Okay, so her narrative is DL said he didn't want to perform. He wasn't going to go on. It don't matter. If he said he wasn't going to go on, if that shit was already in writing, it wouldn't have went down like that. Sir, it's in writing. We've already formulated this contract. So what you were supposed to do at that moment is say, you know what, my sweet babies, I'm going to perform for y'all. But I ain't even going to come out here and talk about this shit. Right? Even if she did want to say, you know what, some fuck shit went on. I went through some shit that get up here and be here tonight. Boom, that was it. That's all she had to say. But to keep going into it, to keep talking about, DL and his family and all that, and, his sexuality and everything, that was just uncalled for. Didn't have to go that far. If you wanted to give the people a vent, a real quick venting session, you could have said, y'all just don't know. I went through hell and high water to be here because I love my sweet babies. Boom, that's it. And get to the performance. But going in and telling everybody all of the things, then taking it back to Instagram, now we got to see contracts and all of this. It was just too much. Kimi says, Why does she have to continue to be targeted? This woman has been stagnated for 20 years, so I can understand why she was in defense mode. Her anger was yelling. Okay, I can understand why she was in defense mode too. But this is what I'm trying to get across to my audience and to my Black women. They already say that we are loud, proud, and ignorant, and wrong, and loud, and we cuss, and we rant, and we rave, and we got attitudes. When we are upset, that's not how we respond. You can be in defense mode, but you are a professional. So you risk it all and lose it all because you're in defense mode. Enough of that, y'all. We got to stop doing that. We don't just go off because we're in defense mode. Okay, you're in defense mode. So what? So, and you in defense mode. All right. All right. Everybody can get defensive, but you don't got to go off and show your ass. It's a way you handle everything. Okay. Yeah, it was a setup. It was a setup because they knew that's how she was going to respond. So this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. She should have been on guard. You already know they don't want your ass up there. They don't want you to get this second chance. They don't want you to, okay? So you're supposed to be paying attention to everything. All setups. I'm not gonna get myself caught up in this shit. I'm not going, oh, if this is what they expect me to do. I'm gonna show y'all a different side. You know what? Oh, y'all thought y'all was gonna play me. I see y'all in court. And keep it moving. No, you don't go off and risk your damn career. You've been stagnated for 20 years. You've been blackballed for 20 years. You ain't been to the Fox in 20 years when everybody and their mama done been in the Fox, but you can't be there because that speaks a lot because they said, no, ma'am, we don't want to do no work with her. And now you're up there and you have another opportunity and you blow it. You blow it because you want to show everybody that you are angry. And I'm gonna tell you, do you know what them people was behind the scenes saying? Oh my God, no, she didn't. Not again. Not again. This ain't about he who is without sin cast the first stone. This isn't about that. This isn't about that. I would be held accountable. Let me tell you something about me, okay? What I would not do. I'm not risking millions of dollars, just like what I got going on YouTube, the beefing and everything that was going on with me. I quickly pivoted when I saw my numbers going up and my money going up. I'm not risking my money, risking my channel, risking nothing for my bag. So all that shit's not important. So I pivoted. That's what people need to learn how to do. You don't risk your bag, risk your career, risk everything you got going on because you want to show everybody that you're pissed. And I'm a real one. And that's how a real one responds. No, enough of that. A real one responds with dignity and class. A real one says, you know what? I'm going to see you in court. That's how a real one responds. That's how a real one responds. Enough of this narrative that that's just what Black people do. We go off, okay? That's just how we talk. No, enough of that. Black women, we bear that mold and that narrative. We bear that. We bear that description of the loud, nasty attitude Black woman. I have to deal with that every day. That persona of people thinking that, oh, here goes the Black woman, the loud woman. When I have an opinion, now I'm loud and arrogant and wild, and I have to deal with that every day. I'm sick of that. I'm sick of people looking at us thinking that when we have an opinion and we're getting ready to express ourselves, that we're getting ready to be defensive and combative. No, I'm just getting ready to explain that this is where I'm coming from. And I've had to learn how to handle myself in different situations. When you are in an environment where it's affecting your money and it's a professional situation, you need to know how to act. When you at the cookout and you're around your family members and you want to cuss them out, then that's what you do. But you don't do that when you're on a major stage. And then every time we get upset with somebody, we got to start dragging their person and we got to start dragging them, because of their sexuality. I mean, come on. That man he's married. He has children. What did that have to do with anything? So it's just not right. She does have to lie in her own bed. And whatever a man soweth, he shall also reap. And that's what everything has every action has a reaction. Everything you do has a reaction to it. Everything you put out there, it's going to come back, whether it's positive or negative. So my whole thing is we have to be holding our people accountable. We can love on someone. We can want them to be represent our culture. We love Monique. I love Monique, but I'm holding Monique accountable and saying, Monique, you're wrong. That's just not what you were supposed to do. That wasn't who your issue was with, ma'am. Your issue was not with DL. Your issue was with the promoter. It was with the promoter and your talent agency. You're booking the people that booked this and did all this contract work. It's with them. It's not with DL. DL don't got nothing to do with that. Right. As a Black woman, I agree, but we also have to know how to play the game. Everyone plays the fool. Monique doesn't want to learn, so she should leave Hollywood alone. That's my exactly. And I said that last night. You cannot have your cake and eat it too. Unfortunately, you want to be in the Hollywood world, right? You want to play with the Hollywood squares, but you don't want to play the game. Well, if you don't want to play the game, you need to leave because that's the game. And the people that are playing it, they're playing it well, and they're getting $1 million contracts with Netflix and $1 million contracts with places. They don't want to give you no money. Netflix didn't want to give you what you deserve. That should have showed you right there. Well, let me get in my bag and get to my money and leave Hollywood alone. Walk away. Let it go. Go do your thing. But you can't want both. You can't want Hollywood's money, but don't want to conform to Hollywood. Unfortunately, that's the reality of it. You want to be in Hollywood? We all know sometimes it takes whatever it takes to be in Hollywood. And if it's not for you, then you need to leave that alone. You can't have both. Right? Secretly, you want their money, but you want to expose them at the same time. It doesn't work like that. So we're in a world, we're living in a world right now where independent, you can make money. You can be on the internet and make your money. Monique can make money. It might not be the money that Hollywood gonna give you, but you can make money. So go do your own thing and leave these people alone. Stay away from them. You can't do both. Can't do both. You can't do both. So unfortunately, you guys, I love Monique too. I know you guys love Monique, but Monique is blackballed, and when you are blackballed, there's no coming back from that. She was trying, she was trying to be there, but it. Unfortunately, this was the last straw, and nobody's going to want to deal with this. They're not going to want to help revive a career of someone that don't want to be revived. She does not want to conform to what Hollywood wants her to conform to, and that's okay. She doesn't have to. So you pack your bags and leave. You don't gotta conform. You can be you. You can be who you want to be, but go on about your business. Can't do both. All right. Yep. She's got a YouTube channel. She could just turn that into big money. Exactly. So sorry, guys. I know it's not what you want to hear. And I don't know why we are a people that feel like when we support someone, we just let them do whatever. That's not love. When you love someone, you pull them aside and you say, "My sweet baby, you messing up." I mean, Monique, she got to practice what she preached. My sweet baby, baby, let me come in. My sweet baby. We got to pull her aside and say, this behavior is just not acceptable, Monique. Right? So, do you believe it's her husband's fault? They said she need. I do believe that her husband plays a role. I think that he's more interested in the benefits of being her husband manager and getting the money that comes with this career. I don't think that he manages her career appropriately and professionally because he's a husband and he needs to separate himself from that. Either you're going to be the manager or the husband. You can't be both because his personal, uh the way he feels about her as his wife comes into play, and not the talent. Because if it's the talent and manager and you're not physically or emotionally attached to them, you can tell them things like, hey, this is not, oh no, this was not acceptable. You could say that because you don't have an emotional or personal connection to them. But as her husband, he might feel like, I got to go along with this. I can't say, that she's wrong. I can't, you know what I mean? Because I'm, the husband. You know what I mean? So I think that she needs to get a new manager. She needs to get someone that is not family. But again, Monique, she probably can't afford to pay for someone that is top notch, so she's got family and she got people around her working for her. She needs to get professional people. She needs to get people that are experienced in these areas, because your husband is not, and I don't know why these women do that. Why do they get these men and want to put them in a position? Let them just be your husband. Why do we have to have now if he wants to be a position in the company, I mean, you know, um, if he's going to be the manager, he can be the person that works with the manager to make sure the manager doing what he's supposed to do. But you need a person that has connections, a person that is in the industry, that knows the industry. They have brand management experience and different things. They've managed other artists and stuff like that. And then you can have your husband, he's making sure that person is doing right. The contracts are right, and bringing them to you and working, as the middleman. But I mean, I really believe we need a person that is in that position, that knows and that has experience to play that role. All right. So that's just my take on that, you guys. So that's where I'm at with this. And I'm going to get ready to go. So thank you guys for being here. You guys have a good day. It's hot out here. It's not as hot as it was yesterday, but it is warm. So you guys stay hydrated and make sure everything's good. Okay. So this has been another edition of the Sweet Pea Diaries. Be sure to like this video, share this video, but most importantly, be sure to subscribe to the channel. And y'all, start holding y'all people accountable. Start holding those. You're doing people a big disservice by just letting them run amok. When somebody, I mean, shit, we want to hold everybody accountable on YouTube. You want to tell YouTubers and tell people I mean, come on. Monique is an Oscar award winner. Okay. She has a legacy. This is what you want to tarnish and stain your legacy up. That Monique, she was good. She got won that Oscar, but that attitude, like, unfortunately, that's what's going to be connected with her. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going to be connected to her at all times. Monique had when we remember Monique and mention Monique won the Oscar, had the power to be somebody great, but that mouth just got in the way. You know what I mean? Like, come on. We don't want, I mean, come on. Start holding people accountable, y'all. So like, share, and subscribe. I'll talk to y'all later.